Hi everybody, got a interesting little drill for you today, which I'll call the corner camper drill. But don't turn off the video yet. I'm not saying that you should be camping in Advanced Warfare, because as we know that doesn't work because everything moves way too fast. But what this drill is all about is, as beginners, you know, I'm the first person to admit that I'm a bit of a noob as well. We tend to dash around the map from like one end to the other, especially in team deathmatch, kind of doing these amazing flanking maneuvers where we run around the whole map without actually bumping into anybody. And when we do, sometimes we'd bump into like 2 or 3 of the enemy and we might kill one of them, but they kill us. One of the ways to kind of train yourself to stop doing this is just to cover a corner of the map. And it tends to be a corner because obviously if you're in a corner of a map, you know, behind you is the edge of the map, so nobody can approach you from that side, and then you've only got sort of you know, your right, your left, and what's in front of you. So it's a lot simpler to defend and figure out what's going on. I'm not saying stay in one place, but depending on the map you're on, you'll find that there's particular areas where there might be a room, or a particular area where there's probably maybe 2 or 3 ways into it, and you can kind of keep dashing backwards and forwards and keeping an eye on things. And so what I want you to do is go into the settings and local play. Choose a map that you're comfortable with to start off with. The larger maps are easier to do this, you know, things like Detroit is good. Solo's not too bad for this one either. And if you want more of a challenge, you can set it up as a free-for-all, but you can also set it up as a team deathmatch. Put the bots on easy to start off with, and then, you know, recruit, and then maybe normal afterwards. And then the idea is that once you get started, you just kind of hang around in one particular area, get sort of 2 or 3 kills, and then move on to another corner of the map, another edge of the map, and then hang around there, moving backwards and forwards. You can venture out a little bit, then move back again, and then start firing. You know, I mean, Detroit is a classic. There's a few areas of the Detroit map where you can do this. There's kind of, you can hang around in school for a bit. You can hang around near the sort of the A flag, and in that sort of left-hand bit, and sort of move backwards and forwards between the rooms, especially near the spawn point. That can be good. Maps like Solo are very good because they tend to be, you know, there's one end and there's the other end of the map, so you can hang around at one end. Kind of control is a bit of a, I think, is a bit of a strong word to use for this type of thing, because often you're just dashing backwards and forwards, getting a few kills, but you have to move on, because once you've been there a while, the enemies will know that you're there, especially when you're in a public team deathmatch, and then they'll start coming after you. So it is important to move around. And you may even find this is a particularly good tactic where you might want to dig out the silencer or the suppressor on your weapon. Now, you do lose a lot in terms of range, basically stopping power. Your time to kill increases when you add a suppressor, when you add a silencer. But, you know, the fact that the other enemy teammates don't know you're there when you've killed one of their buddies really can help. So there we go. That's my corner camper drill. Give it a go. If you find yourself dashing around the map, kind of doing these big flanking maneuvers, practicing this exercise will slow you down a little bit and kind of teach you to stay in more of one place. But again, when you've got a few kills, move on to the next one. Well, that's enough from me, and enjoy.
UAV in waiting.